Good afternoon, ministers. Good afternoon, delegates. Good afternoon, organisers, and to all the young people in the room today.
Speak to people in Parliament or go down to London, speak to people, try and make a change.
To go to decision makers and say, this is what we want, let's get it done, and have that voice, have that influence.
Take what I've learned and my passion, and I wanted to use that to make a difference.
I just couldn't picture where I'd be right now if I hadn't have started this.
The next big thing is the culmination of so many conversations, years and years of conversations within the movement, with other fellow ambassadors, with the young people who haven't yet got involved, and with young people who are now leading from their homes, from the organizations that they started. And it has meant a lot to me, an incredible amount to me, to be able to make this film, because I've had such an incredible experience in getting involved in social action and being a young change maker. And I really hope that this film allows other people to take that first step and to know that they don't have to make massive things or campaigns or works to an impact. And it's been really special.
Thanks, Eden. Now I'm going to be talking about how to actually start social action. I think everyone has a different social action starting point. Social action is a powerful way to make such a positive impact. My starting point for social action was because I experienced injustice myself, and it motivated me because I didn't want other people to experience the same thing. I think you should recognise some of the changes in areas that may be unfair and identify an issue you're passionate about. There are so many ways you can make a difference. You could help people in your local communities, volunteer at a charity or local organisations, raising awareness online, take opportunities in school. The possibilities are endless. I think it's important when wanting to begin social action to remember that it doesn't have to be something revolutionary, and small actions make a big difference. iwill is also a great opportunity to get involved in social action, and it gives you the opportunity to have your voice amplified.
Signing together because it's faster. To use the sign, then fingers fail filming. Imagine I try to introduce myself as Kira McCarthy. That would be very tiring for you to understand what I'm saying. There are sign songs as well. These songs are performed in sign language instead of saying the words. Some of them are signed in sign supported English, which go with the order of the song, whereas some translate to BSL. If you're a young person with no knowledge of sign language and you just choose to say a song on platforms such as TikTok or Instagram, you are culture appropriating now.
I remember all about us about in the sand, talking myself.
No, definitely speaker is in me. However, this is a good time for you guys to start learning about deaf awareness and how you can incorporate it in your social action, so you can uplift deaf creators, learn BSL, simple phrases go a long way. Caption your content if you haven't already, and begin to get annoyed with people on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter for not capturing videos that they're recording, or if there's a TV show, for not actually including the whole caption. Becoming a bit annoying at this point. Unless you support it or fundraise for deaf organisations.
If you're the only female or young person in the room, or if you ever feel like you don't belong, make it your mission to represent the views of all young people who aren't there to speak for themselves. Make it your mission to push for meaningful change. Make it your mission to change the system and not yourself. Find belonging in yourself and not in others. The rooms in which you feel like you don't belong are the rooms where you belong the most, because your views, ideas, and your voice needs to be heard. Belonging is about breaking down barriers to ensure everyone can enter that room. Maybe you don't fit in, and that's okay, because you will bring ideas and perspectives that nobody else can. Thank you for listening to that, and I hope you've all taken a message away from that.
I'm conscious that, so this is the question. I'm conscious that often the rhetoric is what can we teach and what can young people tell us? Have any speakers ever seen a script flip with young people doing the teaching? I feel that people who've been in the work for a long time, and I include myself, I'm 30 and I've been doing this for over 10 years, might have had a lot to learn about how to think outside of the institutions. It'd be great to hear if this has ever been explored or done successfully. I know Eddie had some kind of reflections on that, so I'll go to Eddie first and on to Milana.
Thanks. Yeah. So the project I'm currently working for is called Teach the Teacher, and it's a climate education project, and it is quite literally we help young people teach their teachers. So it doesn't work it's not appropriate for all contexts, but it's that script flip that you're talking about, the idea that we're putting young people in charge of their own education. It's quite a new campaign at the minute. It's been running for a year or so. It's actually funded by the iwill fund, so if there's any iwill funders on the call, thank you very much. It's a really exciting project. But yeah, so with that we kind of provide free online training and resources to help young people deliver a session to their teachers specifically about climate change. But it's definitely something really exciting to look into in the future. How can we broaden that? How can we teach the teachers, but also teach other staff, other people in different industries, different sectors. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a really good. And I think it's amazing that you kind of got that funded through the iwill fund. It's so fitting, and it sounds like a really great initiative. Teach the teacher, and it's that kind of change in power dynamics, in that you're getting the young person to be at the forefront, the one kind of in power, I guess. And I was on a similar project called Team Talks, which looks at getting young people to, in the same way, flip the script. And it was the training was Teen Talks was a training package about helping health professionals to talk to young people. And so what would happen is that the audience would be the people we're training, so the mental health clinicians or doctors. We'd get the doctors to come up to the front and say, you're going to act like you're the young person and I'm going to act like I'm the doctor. And we'd play out different scenarios and say, and act out different things. So one scenario might be like that we're being patronising. So we would be really patronising as a doctor to the patient, and the patient was actually the doctor, which it sounds really confusing, but it made sense. And so we'd act out these different scenarios, and the doctors who were playing the young person would say, you know what, like, Yeah, no, I really understood and could empathise with the young person and can see how that communication approach doesn't work. And I know how that made me feel. Imagine how it made a young person feel. So that kind of flipping the script is so powerful. What do you think, Milana? What do you think about this kind of flip the script stuff? Have you experienced anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. So I think, because of that experience of, kind of when you do this work, when you're doing this work for someone, like especially like, even if you're a teacher and you're teaching young people, you have to be mindful that there are two people there. It's not just about the teacher, and like it's just like kind of giving that example. So at the moment, because I'm a migrant, and in the media, the way migrant stories are portrayed is not really accurate, and it's not really representing the migrants. Because, for example, I work with this charity called On Road, which is based in London, and now they changed their name to Heard, because and it's not about, this organization is like a media charity. It's not about just migrants. It's about all those like groups that are misrepresented in the media, whether that's like people experiencing poverty or like other different things, and whose stories are not really portrayed accurately, because those people who the stories are created about are not involved in that process, which is not really right. So I think what I'm trying to do at the moment is also challenge that. And for example, as part of We Belong, the charity that I'm a co-group at, I'm right now working at a podcast, and I'm trying to portray those and actually give voice to young migrants like me and other young migrants to give the right representation, and to, if there's something about like giving that example of the media, if it's about migration, about other topic, you have to listen to those voices that are not represented usually in the topic, unfortunately. So